Greetings, beautiful people. Following the death of the popular gospel singer Osinachi Nwachuckwu, who allegedly died as a result of domestic violence, Nigerians have begun to question the role of religion in increasing number of women who endure it, or unfortunately died from it. Given that she was a minister at a popular church in Nigeria, many of the opinion that more could have been done to save the late singer's life. This Nigeria take to the streets to ask people for their takes on domestic violence in marriage. Here are some of their views. My name is Kodri Akombi, reporting from this Nigeria.
The fact remains that the religion settings, especially in Nigeria, have not been helpful as to marriage issues in Nigeria. Because the religion in Nigeria believes in this issue of for better, for worse thing. That's the campaign of the religious circle in marriage. But for better, for worse is not, it shouldn't be the final, what is it called, how do I put it? It shouldn't be the end terms in religion. Religion, like, to me, marriage, like, to me, should be a contract thing. Contract. If the movement suits you, you stay in. If it does not suit you, you stay out. It shouldn't be a do or die affair, a do or die thing. Because, like a brother says, it's an institution that we are into before we learn it. Marriage, we get into it before we start learning it. We don't learn it before we get into it. You understand? So it's a combination of two people coming from two different locations, two different ideas, two different way of life, coming together to stay together as one. So it's not an easy thing. It's not easy. But a lot of people have been keeping quiet for a lot. They have been keeping quiet just for the reason of, I want my marriage to be a successful one. You see a situation where a woman is not happy in a marriage, you say, because of my children, I don't want to leave the guy. I can't leave my children behind. Some men will say, because of a bad name, I don't want to be addressed as a divorcee. I want to stay into the marriage because of one or the other. It shouldn't be so. It should be an agreement.
So what do you think can be done to
contract marriage? Simple.
What will be your view on domestic violence? Husband wey dey beat the wife. And what do you think say religion, whether Christian or Muslim, what do you think say the thing they cause for marriage?
Like now, if it be say the fault from the man, and maybe the woman don't like how the man is doing it. So from there, our wahala start. Okay. Like sometimes my husband do something that I don't like. We don't fight it. Not be say we go fight for hand. Even if we fight it, we go see settle. So when you see a second, you greet them. Not be say go carry the face up and down. So some people used to be, when that fight starts, sometimes they go not to talk to each other for 1 week, 2 weeks. That one is no good.
So mommy, you think say marriage now na do or die thing?
Now to
do or die, maybe now for better, for worse, whether the husband
you see marriage will not be by force. If somebody do something, woman or man, if we do something where if I do something where my husband don't like, maybe that he don't pay and well. If you go marry another person, if I do something where my husband do something where I don't like, I find my way, because they know about me and him the same time. Say make I die with him. No.
Okay.
Forget religion. Marriage has to do with the happiness of both couples, right? If you are not happy in a marriage, things are not going well, the sensible thing to do is to quit. Do you understand? Quit. There is no do or die affair in marriage. Forget what they say in the Bible. Me, I'm a Christian. I'm not a Muslim. I don't know what the Muslim says. They say about marriage. Do you understand? But in the Christian fold, they say it is a what do you call it? For better, for worse. But what practicable in real time? Do you understand? For better, for worse, does not hold. If you are not happy, you are not happy. There are no two ways about it. If the woman or the man is under pressure and there is no any other way, instead of going into depression, going into the part where you have to assault, you step out. That is the best.
But what do you think is the influence of religion in the marriage?
Religion has made it in a way that people hold on until they lose their life, which I will never support. If you are not just happy in a marriage, you move on. There's no point. Religion, as it is a doctrine. It's a doctrine. And so long as this doctrine is not favoring your day-to-day survival, you have to use your discretion. That's it.
I'm surprised that most people, they always come in at the middle of that journey. What am I? Yes. You see, we have the beginning, we have the middle, and we have the end of it. You see, what do I mean by the beginning? The beginning, it is when you people are coming together to agree, I want to marry you, you want to marry me. The middle is when you have started living together as husband and wife. And probably the end of it is when either of you is gone. Now, people continue to say, when marriage is not do or die affairs. When it is not palatable for you, you leave. When it is not this, you leave. No. I think the advice should be that people should try and make a good beginning. Yes. We are only deceiving ourselves. Some ladies, some men, some ladies, they don't really marry for the purpose of that. They don't, maybe I should say they don't even know the meaning of marriage. They just, this guy is beautiful. He's having big this, big that. He's having, I can fake my characters. Meanwhile, if you are with me, you will see a trait that will show you that this man is going to be a woman beater. But the lady will pretend because of what they are saying that they don't want to lose in that man. They will forge ahead and go into the marriage. And when that man, this God have captured her, she cannot do anything, you begin to exhibit those characters. So I will advise our ladies, know from the beginning the kind of person you want to marry. If you marry, our daddy says, it is good for you to marry the right person, because if you marry the wrong person, it is only God.
But sir, in a situation like this, now due to the recent incident that happened on Osinachi Nwachuckwu, the gospel artist that resulted as a result of domestic violence.
Yes.
What do you think is the influence of religion in marriage?
It's unfortunate it happens that way. I will not be part of people that are blaming the woman that she ought to have packed out of her homes before that incident, because marriage is for better, for worse. Being a Christian, the moment you decide to marry, there is no pastor. We have reasons why you can separate from your husband. If you check the Bible, I don't think husband beating his wife is inclusive.
You know, it's the vice versa thing. What can be done to reduce?
Yes, let them be devoted to their God and do the will of God. If you're having the will of God at hand, we have two very prominent laws from our Lord. Love your God and love your fellow man as yourself. The moment you love your fellow man as yourself, you don't have reason to beat your fellow man for any reason at all. Thank you very much.
Actually, the cause of religion, our marriage, it has a lot of influence of religion. You see, religion has to bastardize the issue of, say, when you are married, that one wife, one husband. And most of the women these days, what they do, they believe women are the alpha and the omega. Most of the time, women will beat the husband. They will beat the husband, but then nothing is done. Most of the women these days, they give problem to their husband. Woman will be beating the husband, and they be shouting, "My husband don't they beat me? Oh, my husband don't they beat me? Oh." They are on the top of the woman, on the man, beating the husband. They won't think of domestic violence.
So what do you think can be done to reduce?
What can be done to reduce this domestic violence? This gender equality they are talking about, it has been a loss of bastardization to the constitution. That women believe that they are of the same rate with the husband. That there's nothing the husband can do. Let woman be subjected to the authority of man. If woman is not subjected to the authority of a man, there be commotion everywhere. Man have very big shock absorber. When women are beating them, they don't report. Women are so alarming. If you touch them, they start shouting. But okay, let me take for example, like my wife now. If my wife slap me, I won't tell anybody because it's going to bring shame to me. If my wife shook me, I will shout. It's going to bring a big shame to me. But by the time you touch a woman, they start shouting.
What do you think the government can do to reduce?
I want to suggest, in my own personal opinion, there should be what we call contract marriage. That contract marriage, if now we have a contract, let's have 2 children. After 2 children, let everybody disengage. Then you stay on your own. That is what I want.
Is that your opinion?
That is my opinion. Let's have a contract marriage. Let everybody stay on his own. It's a place.